Juva 3 Alexander. And you know what? Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is doing well. This is a little bit different for me tonight because you don't see me on Facebook on my regular Facebook page. You happen to see me on the Purpose Conversation page. So it's kind of twofold as to why I'm kind of doing this is because first of all, I want people to know that hey, there is a Facebook page called the Purpose Conversation page. So for those of you, if I am scrolling across your feed, I want you to come on in, come on in, come on into the room as we always do. Let me say hello to all of my purpose friends. If you are catching me on the Purpose Conversation Facebook page or my YouTube channel, then you truly are one of my purpose friends because this is the way that I'd like for us to connect tonight. It's kind of an intimate type of conversation, if you will. So hopefully I'll get some people that will come in. If not, then I'll share to my other page a little later. But I wanted to come on tonight. First and foremost, welcome everybody. Welcome all of my purpose friends that are seeing me live, actually live here at the Purpose Conversation Facebook page. Hello, 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 and welcome to all of my amazing friends that are viewing from viewing from YouTube. I'm also my purpose friends. If you guys would, I want you to like and share this particular broadcast. Like I said, tonight's show is a little intimate. We were scheduled to have the absolutely amazing, beautiful, talented, wonderful Day Smith. And I don't say all of that because she is near and dear to my heart, and she happens to be my baby cousin. Well, she's no longer a baby, but she's my younger cousin, Day Smith. And of course, Day is this absolutely brilliant business planner organizer. She's a professional organizer. So we had to postpone that particular show. So tonight you have me, and we will reschedule Day Smith very, very soon. I promise you, because you have got to tune into that particular conversation. But I do see that I have a couple of people that have joined me here at the Purpose Conversation directly here on the Facebook page. So hello, hello, hello to my Facebook Purpose friends. How are you? I hope that today has been a really good one. I hope that this Sunday and this week in general has been really good. It has been wonderful for me. Like I said, tonight's show is a little intimate because tonight I am going to share with you all about this whole thing that I've been doing, and I'm kind of excited about it. But I've been doing this thing called Self Care September. Y'all, I didn't even know that that was a thing, you know. All I know is that for the past, I'd say at least the past 6 months or so, something has been just really off. There's no other way to describe it. It's just been off. Now, on the outside looking in to you, it may appear that, hey, Juva's busy, she's doing her thing, blah, 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 blah. And, I have been busy and I have been doing my thing, but my thing has only been just a small, small component compared to all that I'm doing or have been doing for others. Now, I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining because I know that it is part of my purpose to pour into others, to help other people, to build other people up, and all of this stuff. I know that that's part of that. That is part of my journey. That is part of my purpose journey, and I totally know that, and I totally get it. However, sometimes if you are not taking a moment to really just kind of like skip a beat and to intentionally pour into yourself or to intentionally rest, to intentionally um, just be refueled, then you will experience burnout. Now, I didn't burn out, but I do know the signs and the symptoms. And your girl was like, right there. And to me, my purpose, it's it's too important. It's too important because I actually had a conversation with a girlfriend earlier, and I was just kind of sharing. And uh and one of the things that she said to me, she says, "Well, Juva, if you are constantly," and actually, I didn't even tell her. She just kind of picked up on some stuff because she just kind of has it like that. Holy Spirit just kind of speaks to her, and she just knows stuff. But she's like, "You're always doing for other people. You're always doing this, and you're always doing that. Your mom, you're this, you're that. And all of us, many of us could say the same thing. We wear many hats and we're doing many things, or we're involved in lots of stuff. But she went on to say, Juva, you're doing all this stuff, girl, but you're forgetting about you. I was like, daggone, I didn't even tell her. And she says, you can't do anything. It's going to come to a point where you're not going to be able to do anything for anybody if you're not doing for you. And I just thought it was remarkable, first of all, that she just kind of tuned in on that. And because that's what this whole self-care September is all about. And as a matter of fact, I told her, I said, it's been so good, and I'm seeing the results of intentionally loving on myself, and intentionally caring about myself, intentionally showing Juva some self-care. I'm seeing some results that, please, I'm not limiting it to September. I can't limit it to September. This is absolutely a lifestyle thing. And I just wanted to take the time because I know that I've put up a few posts here and there. I'm like, hey, September, it's self-care September. And, every week, hey, self-care September check-in. But I haven't like been on you guys, saying, hey, what you doing? This is what I'm doing. So tonight, I thought that I would take the time just to share. As I said, if you're tuning in and you wanted to catch Day Smith, we postponed the show, but we will be back. But I wanted to go ahead and just take the time and come on to the show anyway, just to share with you guys and just to chat a little bit, if you don't mind. Of course, you don't mind. And anyway, self care September, what it's been about. Like I said, a few months back, I knew that something was off, and I had I had completed my uh, newly published book. If you guys don't know it, I actually published a journal. It is the Purpose Conversation Journal for Girls. And it's on Amazon. It's available. It's for girls between the teen and tween, or tween and teen stages of their lives. So, but anyway, I had written this journal. Now, the thing about this journal, it's not like your ordinary journal, although it is. But I'm looking at it that I've written this for generational Zers. So Gen Z, they're not going to read a whole lot of stuff. So I had to incorporate a lot of pictures, and I do have quotes. I do have short things that grab their attention. But the thing was just to make them think. And I said 30 days because I said, well, it takes 30 days to um, to develop or to break a habit. So that's what we've been told. And so each day I pour into the young girls, the young ladies, and you might have heard me call them young women because they are young women and queens in training. But I pour in them for 30 days, and for 30 days, I'm giving them writing prompts. And I am telling them, hey, there are two things you got to do. Number one, you got to find a quiet place every single day to just write. And number two, you need to be honest in your writings. Make sure that you're honest in your writings, and that you just kind of like, stick to it. Those were my instructions. And so I thought about it. I said, well, Juva, you're encouraging these girls each day to write. And by the way, the things that I challenged them with, they are the very things that I wish somebody would have challenged me with, or wish would have shared with me, when I was their age, stuff about your self-esteem and affirmations and being a woman and feeling empowered, and knowing that you have to set goals. And I even talk about the haters, and I talk about everything that I wish someone would have just kind of shared with me. And maybe they did, but you know what I mean. So for 30 days, I was very intentional about that. But the thing that I thought about was, Juva, now you are pouring into these young girls all of these things. And, you know, there are some things that you still need to kind of like work on. You're telling them to journal for 30 days. Have any of you ever journaled consistently for 30 days? If you haven't, and if you're not just the journal type of person, it can be a challenge. And so I didn't necessarily go through my book, but as I am in the process of creating one for the women, I'm still playing around with the title, but I do have one coming for us grown women. But, my issues now, or the things that have been revealed to me now, they're far different than what it is that I would share with my younger self. And so for all of you queens, you just know that it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I have a personal deadline date of November to drop that one. But so what I've been doing is all of the different things that I will be sharing with the women, I've been sharing with myself first. And so I realized that this whole entire self-care September has been, like I said, it's been good. I've concentrated on me, but it's been more of an intentional care for my emotions and for my just my mental space. And because we all have to come to a place where we have to have some peace, we have to have peace. And so I've been real intentional about it. And so of course I've done things, and I encourage everyone, if you're feeling stuck and you're feeling discouraged, if you are pouring out continuously, you are a mom, you are an employee, you are an employer, you are a student, you are a spouse, you take care of someone else, you take care of a dog, cat, lizard in my case. You take care of other people and other things, and there are other people that depend on you, whether they're in your household or afar off, and you're constantly pouring. And if you're beginning to feel like I don't know, like you may be moving away from your purpose, or you feel as if you're stuck, or you're just not sure. And I don't know what term we're probably going to come up with, but I think, of course, after all of this pandemic that we have been experiencing for almost 2 years now, can you believe that it's been like almost 2 years? Really insane. But for some of us that are going through all this stuff, it has probably been a burden. I pray that none of you guys have been sick, or you've experienced sickness of, a loved one has been sick, or, or heaven forbid you have someone in your life that is no longer here due to this, this virus that we have going on. But it may have you just feeling some kind of way. And maybe you haven't gotten out much, you haven't seen your family, you haven't seen your friends, and unmotivated. And I think we all probably could intentionally, on purpose, pour into ourselves, and pour into our mental, and pour into our emotions, and get something out of this. So I encourage you, whatever that looks like for you. For me, if I was going to encourage those girls to journal every single day, so that they, to develop a habit of caring about themselves, to develop a habit of speaking life over themselves, or develop a habit of reassessing some things, because that's so super important. Because, we sometimes we have to, write it down. If we begin to write it down, sometimes I'm a big advocate, and it's not because I'm a writer or whatever, but I know that when we write things down, it's powerful. Our words are powerful. And there's a scripture that even tells us to write the vision, to make it plain, so those who see it can run with it. And it's powerful to be able to take what it is that you've written and to speak it out loud, and to just be able to reflect on it. Our words are powerful, our emotions are powerful, and what it is that we're feeling deep inside, and to be able to get them out, it is therapeutic. It's therapeutic. So anyway, if I was going to challenge these girls to do it, I had to do it. So I've been writing. I've been writing, and I've been reflecting, and I have intentionally been taking care of me, and I've seen the results. I feel better. After this weekend, I know y'all see I got my little tan, right? So I actually did something that I don't always do. I haven't been to the beach in years. And so this past week I had absolutely no plans, no solid plans where, I'm a planner. If I'm going to go out of town, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to plan it out. Okay, we're going to go to XYZ. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Well, I took the opportunity to just leave North Carolina and head to Georgia. I met up with my young adults, my babies. Shout out to Amir and Ebony and Asia. And of course, we had little JJ that came along too, but it's all good. We had an absolutely beautiful time with no plans. No plans. I had the opportunity to just be at the ocean and to relax and to reflect and just to do whatever it is that I wanted to do, with no expectations of me, not pulled in this direction or pulled in that direction, but intentionally just taking the time to breathe, to enjoy my babies, and to just recenter a little bit. And I've been intentionally doing that. Another thing that I've been doing during my whole entire self-care September, that, intentionally taking some time to just meditate. And sometimes it, is just about breathing and reflecting, and whatever it is that God has for me to do during that time, whether it's just to kind of like, sit still, which of course, I'm sitting still, and uh, listening to maybe some music that motivates me, encourages me. I've even listened to different sermons, and um, Sarah Jake Roberts is an absolute favorite. So for y'all that don't know me and want to know one of my nuggets, one of the things that just kind of speaks to me is you have to intentionally pour into yourself the things that you absolutely that feed you. And so I've been listening to some Sarah Jake Roberts. I had different friends all the time that are always sharing different things with me, different types of YouTube videos or messages or songs. I have my son, he sends me a brand new song every single Friday. And so I've just been taking the time to meditate and just to slow it down on purpose, before I get busy, because my life is busy. It is busy, probably like many of you. But I knew that my purpose is too great to sit here and experience burnout. Burnout sucks. I will never allow myself to be in that position again. During this time, another perk or another benefit that I saw that I didn't see coming is that has been some answered prayer. Oh my gosh. Now, I won't say who she is, but I had the opportunity to reconnect with someone. She's beyond near and dear to my heart, but I had an opportunity to reconnect with her after a very long time, and we picked up as if as if we had just talked to each other the day before. It was absolutely awesome and beautiful, and just to see, the different things that God is doing in her life and what he's doing in mine, and us being able to chat and just to pour into each other and listen, and all the great and wonderful things that you want out of your girlfriends, that I was able to get that from her. And I've had the opportunity to, during this whole entire self-care September, I've also had the opportunity to I've had the opportunity to just kind of do a little maintenance. I braided my hair, although after this beach, I need to do that again. And of course, I got my little nails done, and you guys are all probably like, "Oh, girl, that ain't nothing." But and then of course, A on the nails. Of course, my daughter, y'all know that, some of you know, maybe you don't know, but she has a couple of different businesses. One of them is that she's a nail tech, nail designer, or nail artistry. And so she took the time early this morning, actually. And then I was like, I don't do a bunch of nails because, I'm constantly typing and they get in the way and stuff like that. So I had the opportunity. She was like, "Mom, I'll just do an overlay." And she did it. And, I was like, this is something that I did for myself. And I know self-care isn't always about just being indulgent and self-indulgent, but it can be. I've taken the time to just, oh, I took the time to watch like a Netflix series. And I don't normally just have the time to just sit and purposely just kind of watch TV or watch the series and stuff like that. But I did. Oh my gosh. I actually sat there, and maybe I shouldn't have, but I did this like on maybe a Wednesday night because I was off on Thursday from, my regular 9 to 5. I watched a whole entire episode of Clickbait. Oh my gosh, have you seen it? Now, granted, this probably was, it was self-care to me because it was something that I had the opportunity to do. I don't get the opportunity to just sit and enjoy like a series, without somebody's like, "Hey, mom, I need you," and blah, 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 blah. But I had the opportunity just to sit and watch this, and I watched it well into the night, morning, wee hours. But I watched the entire thing. That's my thing. I got started and I couldn't stop. It's really, really good, and it's on Netflix, guys. And anyway, that just kind of did something to me. I've had the opportunity to just laugh, like seriously laugh. I've had the opportunity during my self-care September to have some tough conversations, tough conversations, primarily with myself, but with other people that I care about. Sometimes you have to just get honest with yourself about everything, because, it's like our purpose is connected to so much, guys. Our purpose is connected to so much. And if you can't be honest with yourself about a few things that you see that's kind of going on in your life or whatever, and things that need to be checked, I had to be honest with myself about some stuff. I had to be honest with some others about some stuff. I've had to, I had to go through a little bit of pruning to remove some things, because I want all that God has for me, and I know that my purpose is connected to it. And so I encourage you, if you have decided that you were joining the whole entire September, the self-care September, or just purposely just taking some time to care about yourself, care about your mental, to care about your body, to just take some time. I don't care if it's just, if all you have the opportunity to do is to breathe. I encourage you to do it. I have I've seen the results. I feel better. I feel better. And to me, it's been worth it, because I know that caring for me, and if you care for you, and if you care for other people and other things, and you care about your purpose, then you have to take some time just to reflect, to be honest, to have fun, to laugh. Laughter is good. Laughter is good like medicine. And you have to be intentional sometimes, especially when you're busy, especially when you're just doing, going, going. You know, you have to be intentional about caring for you. And so tonight, I didn't want to not come on and just have the opportunity just to share about the whole self-care September. I would love to hear about what you guys have been up to. If you have been doing some self-care recently, I'd love to hear about it. If you're watching the show live now, feel free to share. Or if you have any, yeah, because we have a few more days here in September. If you have anything specific that you've been doing or that you think would be really cool, share those things. Just share them. And if you're watching on repeat, or if you want to come back in and put it in the notes for me and into the conversation, that would be absolutely wonderful. But anyway, that's been my self-care September check-in, I guess you could call this. And I'd love to hear what you're doing, what you're up to. And anyway, I'm not going to hold you long. I just wanted to check in. I wanted to share about self-care September. I thank you guys for, always just tuning in and being supportive. And we're going to see how we do here on this Purpose Conversation Facebook page. I think I'm going to have to, start transitioning from my regular Facebook page to this particular page so that, people can know that, hey, it's here. So if you're watching from Facebook, go ahead and share this. Share this, share this, share this so that people can see, that, hey, there's some activity going on. There's some stuff going on. But anyway, I thank you guys so very much for coming in. It's always a pleasure to have the support of my purpose friends. You guys are absolutely wonderful and amazing. And, but you know what? This Wednesday, I will have someone in the building here in conversating with me. I'm going to have someone very near and dear to my heart. I guess y'all like somebody's always near and dear to you. Sorry. Well, that's true. But Chandra Jones, she is actually a masseuse. Oh, I wonder if I can get her to come, if we can do it like in person, that would be really great. She's actually local. And I believe it's CJ's Massage. But anyway, she and I were actually having a conversation, and she was like, hey, there's so much to this pandemic, and people, I know that you're doing your whole self-care thing. She says, and people need to know about self-care and just really, taking care of themselves. So, we got a lot to chat about, but that's going to be Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Join me this week, and Chandra and I are going to chat it up. We're going to talk purpose. And anyway, we're going to talk about some more self-care, some self-love, self-care, and get you straight, right? So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the remainder of your Sunday evening. You be blessed. And as always, I want to encourage you to continue to seek, discover, and to pursue your purpose. Thank you for watching the Purpose Conversation. I'll see you later.